Hello again, I'm Ahmed Fauzi, and I'm very pleased to be hosting this Peace One Day Facebook Live event. We have a full day of programs for you, as I said earlier, and we are now going to listen to our second Peace Talk. It's with the Government of the Philippines Chief Peace Negotiator, Professor Miriam Coronel-Ferrer, a remarkable woman. She was the first female chief negotiator in the world to sign a final peace accord with a rebel group in the Philippines. It'll be a great honor to listen to her. Very interesting. She is also the recipient of many awards. One of them is the Peace Award, and the other is the Hillary Clinton Award, among many others. The Hillary Clinton Award for advancing women in peace and security. We will, during this peace talk, learn more about the power of the individual. And we've been talking about that for a while. We'll be talking about it throughout the day as well. The power of the individual in contributing to a more sustainable and peaceful world. So before we listen to Professor Miriam Coronel-Ferrer, let's watch this 2-minute video clip about the power of the individual. Let's watch.
Do you think individuals' commitments to peace on the 21st of September are important?
One individual may be small, but united and combined all 6 billion people, that will make a great difference.
So I like the initiative of making everyone sort of stop and think and really engage in what they can do as individuals to build peace within their families, within their communities.
You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if anything's achievable until you actually try it.
It is our moral responsibility. Is make an attempt. This is not question whether achieve within our lifetime or not. We are a human being. We have the responsibility to show right path.
My whole thing is, I love the mind, I love imagination, I love religion, I love mythology, I love the inspiration of philosophy and theology. But none of this means anything until people stop doing or start doing. And there's action, and there's cause and effect.
Individuals can make a difference, and if each of us did our bit, collectively we'll make a major contribution.
Powerful video clip there with a lot of individuals who have made a difference. I recognized a few of them. Did you? There was the Dalai Lama, there was Ban Ki-moon, there was Kofi Annan, among a few others, old and young. I'd like to introduce now Professor Miriam Coronel-Ferrer, who is, as I said earlier, the Chief Peace Negotiator for the Government of the Philippines. She's an incredible woman, and as you'll see in the film, has done some inspirational work, and I'm sure you will enjoy this interview, which is 10 minutes long. Afterwards, we'll have a bit of a discussion, but I think it is time to roll that film now with the interview with Professor Miriam Coronel-Ferrer.
Well, I'm a professor at the University of the Philippines, and I chaired the government negotiating panel for talks with the More Islamic Liberation Front. We signed the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro last March 2014, and we have been implementing. But as you know, there has been a change in government, so there's a new team that has been formed to continue with the implementation of the agreement. So I'm back at the university. At the Office of the Presidential Advisor on the Peace Process, we have annually celebrated not only a Peace Day. In fact, we celebrate the whole month of September as a Peace Month, and that's based on an executive order that was issued way back in 2004 by the former president, declaring the whole month of September as the Peace Month. So, September 21 is remembered here as the day when martial law was declared in 1972. And so it has that kind of a dual meaning. In any case, the celebration to emphasize the need for peace and peace building actually goes on for a month every year. There are photo exhibits that are organized and a lot of activities, cultural events, some concerts, maybe some contests as well, involving the youth and the different sectors in the community. So it's something that reverberates in different parts of the country and across different sectors because of that kind of a recognition of celebrating peace, and even as we are still aspiring for it. In the Philippines, September 21 was also the day martial law was proclaimed way back in 1972, and that started several decades of dictatorship. So to this day, it's sort of remembered in that kind of a very sad way. But at the same time, the fact that we have overcome that dictatorship and we have achieved great strides in trying to find good resolution to the armed conflicts that has beset our country, at least as far as the Muslim population in the South is concerned, then certainly it's also a day that we think about continuing to build on the peace, achieve justice, and also, of course, a very important thing, national unity and reconciliation. Well, the NP's network pulls together several countries in South Asia and Southeast Asia to encourage women and to recognize women for the work that they have been doing to build peace on the ground or at the subnational, national levels, as well as the young people who are creating a new generation of peace builders. So the NP's Awards has three categories, and they cut across the different age group and the different levels of engagement that women are putting their energies on. So it's a very good thing because it encourages, it recognizes women and we learn about each other's work, and that sort of helps us to be stronger as well. Well, you can't have peace without half of the population of the world on board and also active actors. You can't have peace without that kind of inclusivity as far as women's opinions are concerned, their special needs, especially in situations of conflict or at least post-conflict as well, where you try to institute democratic reforms. You can't have real democracy if it doesn't involve democracy for women as well. So I think it's essential that women are involved and that they also benefit and contribute to the peace process. A lot. One is, of course, the weapons. They're all over the place. And I think globally, in fact, the trend seems to be greater armamentation going on. Here in the country, we have very loose laws on firearms. And that's certainly, if you have the weapons, then it's so easy to foment violence, to create violence, or for violence just to happen. But at the mind level and the heart level, there's also the problem of biases and prejudices that we still have to overcome. Perhaps a product of the history that has divided us as a nation, in our case. And then, of course, there are the biases and prejudices about women. I mean, sexism is still very much present in our society today. If one comes out as a leader and is able to fight for certain causes, and there are ways and means that are used against her, that are directed against her being a woman in particular. And we have seen that. I mean, I've experienced it myself when we face difficulties in convincing the bigger public about the merit of coming to terms with our Moro brothers, our Muslim population in the South, and it's not easy. But I think what keeps us strong is the fact that we have developed a strong bond among ourselves. We have our sisterhood, and that helps us. It helps us to stay strong amid all the challenges that we face every step of the way as we try to stop the war and build that kind of a sustainable peace in our society. Well, each one of us, we are citizens of our country, citizens of the world, and as if we are active citizens, then certainly we can chart the way to the future. As peace activists, there's a strong demand for us to not lose hope, keep the faith, stay the course amid all the challenges, to the wisdom, the merit of peace by peaceful means. So I think all of this comes together, and it's very good to have this kind of a global community, because we do need the voices out there amid all the war chants that are still being waged in different parts of the world. I'd say that the challenges are there, which means that you just need to continue striving. But little successes that come along the way, this inspires you. This shows you that your efforts are not put in vain. Maybe sometimes you go 2 steps forward, 1 step backward, or the other way around. But there's always a forward movement. But it doesn't mean that everything will be smooth. We know that the road to peace is very rocky. It's full of obstacles. There are a lot of roadblocks, but the fact that you're not traveling alone, the fact that you have many fellow travelers with you, you have advocates with you, walking the same path, then that makes the challenge something that is achievable. So at the end of the day, I strongly believe that peace is possible. It's just that you have to work at it very, very well. I mean, exert all the effort and be able to generate that kind of a new consciousness for peace to really reign in the whole world.
Remarkable woman indeed, Professor Miriam Coronel-Ferrer from the Philippines, Chief Peace Negotiator for the government of the Philippines. You can watch the full interview and all the interviews on the Peace One Day Facebook channel. And don't forget to tell your friends about all this, and don't forget to comment on our Facebook page about this program and series of programs. We'll be with you all day today. So watch, comment, share. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to a different theme very soon, but as we have seen, the individual does play a crucial role in making a difference in our homes, in our schools, in our communities, and in our places of work by using Peace Day as an opportunity for action. You can do that too. You can make a difference. Our next show, our next program, which is coming up, is going to be lots of fun. So make sure you're there, because it's going to be a program on music and dance for peace. Music and dance for peace. Yes, indeed. And we will be joined by Catalina Vitolo and Eva Golan of Zumba. And they will be, believe it or not, yes, right here, dancing the Zumba. We'll also be joined by Johnny Lee, who is the founder of Last Night a DJ Saved My Life. You remember that tune? Yes, well, there's an organization now by the same name, Last Night a DJ Saved My Life, which nurtures young talent. Interesting organization, interesting guy, and we'll be hearing from him as well. Don't forget, this is the day to reach out to people, to make peace, to say you're sorry. There's lots of time to do that today and every day. So, bye for now. Thanks for watching, and remember, watch, comment, share. And a big thank you again to Professor Miriam Coronel-Ferrer for joining us today all the way from the Philippines. This is the end of our second Peace Talk. We will have 3 more Peace Talks and something like 14 more programs. So we'll keep you entertained all day when you have the time. Program 6, as I said, on music and dance for peace, coming up very, very shortly after a 10-minute break. See you then.